Nice guys have no needs. And this is a section that I relate to for myself, and I think this will help a lot of people when we talk about having needs. Now, the nice guy, who is actually a spineless wimp, who is manipulative and angry because he gives to get, and it's a manipulation strategy that doesn't work, so he feels like a victim and he's angry. So, that's what actually the nice guy is. And the answer isn't to be a jerk. The answer is to be an integrated male, to be authentic and to own who you are. So in this chapter 4, we're going to talk about needs, but I think this is important for everyone because I think that most people were never taught about having needs. I know when I was growing up, I had certain rules I had to follow as being a member of my family and as being in school. I had to raise my hand. Like in Germany, we had to raise our hand to ask a question. You can't just blurt it out. We had to do our homework. We had to study what the teacher said. We couldn't just study whatever we wanted. And people didn't really ask the kids their opinion. That's a big problem in the education system. In church, are you asked for your opinion? At work, are you asked for your opinion? So most of us don't get any practice expressing our opinion, expressing our needs, and are not even taught about needs. The first time I had the word needs, I was already divorced, and I was going to a polyamory meetup group. And what I liked about those groups, I didn't have sex with any of the people there, but what I liked about the group was all the communication that I learned there, because people who are truly practicing polyamory need a lot of relationship skills. They need to be able to ask for things. They need to be okay with being told no. Like if someone asks you something, you don't want to do it. If someone tells me no, then I say, thank you for taking care of yourself. When you're in the space, take care of yourself, get up when you need to get up, and we're encouraged to take care of ourselves. And we're also encouraged to express our needs. When I heard the word needs, what are your needs? It just took me. I'm like, I'm allowed to have needs. I know this sounds really silly. I mean, I was married 25 years and I always took care of myself. I told the kid, mom's meditating now, or I need time to myself and I need to buy this for myself. So I always had the selfish vibe. But in some areas I was weak and I didn't know about the term needs, and I was allowed to have needs. That people had needs, that it was okay to have needs, and that I was allowed to have needs. So this is really helpful. It's not just nice guys who are not aware of their needs. I think most people are not aware of their needs. I think almost every person walking is not aware of their needs. And even grandiose, controlling people are not aware of their need to be loved. They use control as a manipulation strategy to get their needs met because they don't know how to do it any other way. So I'm going to say this is true for a lot of people. But let's go into what he says in the book. Nice guys, which again are spineless guys, generally focus their attention on meeting everyone else's needs while trying to be low maintenance guys themselves. This is the result of childhood conditioning. When a child's needs are not met in a timely, healthy manner, the child may come to believe he is bad for having needs. He may also think that it is his needs that cause people to hurt him or abandon him. Typically, nice guys respond to these inaccurate interpretations of their life events by developing a number of survival mechanisms, trying to appear needless and wantless. And I'm going to say that would be like the child who's perfect, who tries to get good grades, who wants to make sure they never cause a problem. These are not just nice women people doing this. A lot of people do this. I have no needs and no wants. I do not want to cause a problem for anyone. I don't want to challenge anyone. And then you become an adult, and unless you realize this, you're still going to do that. Or me do that. Okay, these are the survival mechanisms: trying to appear needless and wantless, making it difficult for others to give to them, using covert contracts, and caretaking, focusing attention on other people's needs. So we're going to go into these one by one. So not having needs increase the odds of your needs going unrecognized and unmet. You may not even know what your needs are. This is all subconscious. So often, like, hearing this will kind of start to wake people up a little bit. Okay, so let's go into trying to appear needless and wantless. For nice guys, trying to become needless and wantless was a primary way of trying to cope with their childhood abandonment experiences. Since it was when they had the most needs that they felt the most abandoned, they believed it was their needs that drove people away. They believed these helpless little boys, and I'm going to add girls, concluded that if they could eliminate or hide all of their needs, then no one would abandon them. They also convinced themselves that if they didn't have needs, it wouldn't hurt so bad when the needs were not met. Not only did they learn early not to expect to get their needs met, but also that their very survival seemed to depend on appearing not to have needs. This created an unsolvable bind. These helpless little boys could not totally repress their needs and stay alive, and they could not meet their needs on their own. The only logical solution was to try to appear needless and wantless while trying to get their needs met in indirect and covert ways. As a result of these childhood survival mechanisms, nice guys often believe it is a virtue to have few needs or wants. Beneath this facade of needlessness and wantlessness, all nice guys are actually extremely needy. Consequently, when they go about trying to get their needs met, nice guys are frequently indirect, unclear, manipulative, and controlling. Okay, the second survival mechanism is making it difficult for others to give to them, or difficulty receiving. Nice guys are terrible receivers. Since getting their needs met contradicts their underlying belief, they're uncomfortable when they actually get what they want. So they carry out this unconscious agenda of not receiving by connecting with needy or unavailable people. That's what I've done. Unavailable men. Operating from an unspoken agenda, being unclear and indirect, pushing people away, and sabotaging. Yeah, I'm not always that good at receiving. Especially sexually, I'm not that good at receiving. So that's why, but I'm pretty good at receiving compliments, but some people are not even good at that. So being able to receive is a great skill. It's not the same as taking. Some people believe that if I receive, then I'm taking. No, if someone wants to give to you, receive. Appreciate it, receive. Okay, the second survival mechanism for nice guys is using covert contracts. What does that mean? They are unconscious, unspoken agreements. Okay? This is a nice guy's covert contract. I will do this, for you, so that you will do this, for me. We will both act as if we have no awareness of this contract. So that's, for example, if you tell your partner, I love you, because you want them to say it to you. That's a covert contract. I want you to tell me you love me, so I'm going to say I love you so that you'll say it to me. That's one example. And then if the other person doesn't say it bad, you're going to pout and feel like a victim. Whereas if you're saying it from the joy of giving, you're going to say it and you don't care what the other person says back. And then the fourth mechanism is that this caretaking, that focusing attention on other people's needs. That is one of the most common ways that nice guys use covert contracts to try to meet their needs, is through caretaking. Caretaking is a covert contract. Caring is that I want to give you something. I'm coming from fullness. I'm giving you something that you need, and I'm getting pleasure in giving you what you need. There are no strings attached. Caretaking is I'm giving you something to get. I'm coming from emptiness, and there are strings attached. So just notice that. Nice guys believe their caretaking is loving and is one of the things that makes them good. But in reality, caretaking has nothing to do with being loving or good. Caretaking is an immature and direct attempt to get one's needs met. There are two parts to caretaking: focusing on another's problems, needs, or feelings in order to feel valuable, get one's needs met, or to avoid dealing with one's own problems or feelings. And then in this book, he has a lot of activities. Like here's an activity, Breaking Free, activity number 12. Ask yourself if you believe it is okay to have needs. Do you believe people want to help you meet your needs? Do you believe this world is a place of abundance? I've had experience with people not wanting to meet my needs. You have heard me talk about this, but then why did I choose to stay with them? We have that choice to be okay with leaving people. That's why I don't believe in all this do not divorce, stay married forever stuff. Because it's actually traumatizing to stay in relationships with people where we have to suppress our self-expression, or people who are angry, are not self-expressed, or walled off, and who don't care about our needs that are important. It's better to leave these people. I do not want to glamorize long-term marriage at any cost. Now, the nice guy is in a victim mindset. He's in what we call the victim triangle. He has all these manipulative ways to get what he wants. He doesn't get what he wants, so he feels like a victim. And then he has a victim puke, which is where he kind of just like blows up. And these are some of the victim puke things he does. He says something hurtful or makes a cutting remark or hurtful joke. This is how you hurt people you love. Do you embarrass them in public? Are you frequently late? Do you forget things they've asked you to do? Do you criticize them? Do you withdraw from them or threaten to leave? Do you let frustration build until you blow up at them? All these are victim pukes. And I think some of the guys in my comments do victim pukes because they want to criticize me, make cutting remarks, embarrass me. These are all victim pukes. These are all come from feeling like a victim. Now, becoming truly selfish, since nice guys learn to sacrifice themselves in order to survive, recovery must center on learning to put themselves first and make their needs a priority. So you have to be selfish. Now, nice guys must shift their core paradigm. They have to believe that having needs is part of being human. Mature people make meeting their own needs a priority. They can ask for help in meeting their needs in clear and direct ways. Other people really do want to help them meet their needs. This world is a place of abundance. Putting yourself first is essential not only for getting needs met, but also for reclaiming personal power, feeling fully alive, and experiencing love and intimacy. Gone are the covert contracts, the guessing games, the anger outbursts, and passive-aggressive behavior. Gone are the manipulation, the controlling behavior, and the resentment. So, nice guys have believed a myth that promises them that if they give up themselves and put others first, they will be loved and get their needs met. There is only one way to change this illogical, non-productive nice guy paradigm: put themselves first. Making the decision to put oneself first is the hardest part. Doing it is relatively easy. So there we will end with this chapter. And there are more chapters coming up, including a chapter on sex, because nice guys never get the sex they want. They never get the sex they want. They're always sexually frustrated because they diminish their sexuality and they come at their wife with like tentative touch. Oh, they're so repulsive. I cannot stand these type of guys at all. Oh, give me the creeps. Anyway, I hope you like this video and see you soon.